Bless, 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 bless. Yes, I. Life over death, you know? Yes, people, you know how it is. I wait for enough line up. Life over death, when we say people, line up the people. All praises unto the Most High. Life over death. Tap into your true spiritual self, you know? Yes, I people. So people tonight the talk sweet, nice. And if you just line up, waiting for you guys to line up, share this video, tell somebody that red is on. Yes, people, all praises unto the Most High. You know, it's the red heart is here. The red beating heart. The earth man. Yes, I. Cosmo, you know. Blessed people, give thanks, give thanks. I just waiting for one of the line up because them are some God gracious people upon my channel where big respect to all. God bless y'all guys. And may you stay in perfect health for your family. And may you keep providing for your family. May you be hard working and keep going on with strength, ability, and dedication. May the Most High bless your people who out there who works hard, who love their family, who tries the best to do whatever they could do to stay alive. Most High keep blessing you. Those people that's out there that cares about the poor, that cares about the needy, that cares about the people that those who doesn't have anything to eat, those who is less fortunate, that they cannot get, and they're making it their duty to go out and look out and share love to these people. God most I bless you. Those people that has good characteristics about themselves and they out there good intentions for the youngsters and for the elderly. May the Most High bless you. Those who think about the unfortunate ones overseas and all over the world. If you turn on your television or you listen to the news, or you can look out and see across the world for the four ends of the earth that there are people who's suffering. Bless, give thanks, blessed, 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 blessed. Thank you for this $3. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. So this is all the blessings, and keep doing what you're doing, whatever you are doing, no matter what. As long as you're doing something positive, something constructive, something God-fearing, something to benefit the poor people and the God-fearing people. May the Most High God keep on blessing you. So share the life, people. Yes, bless, 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 give thanks. I appreciate every little thing. I give thanks because I, as a person, I say good things come into small packages. I love that. So I appreciate y'all guys. I am waiting for y'all guys to just gather up. I want to have a big crowd today because it's good to talk to my people. We are brothers and sisters. I keep saying we are from the tree, and the one and only tree of life. We are a family from that tree of life. So I like to know that when I am coming with certain messages and to tap into my true self, my true spiritual self. And this is one of the topics, actually today is about, it's a tapping into your true self. You know, who you really are. Most of us are so lost with the flesh that we only knows that. And we only have that type of relationship with just the flesh and not with the spiritual, with the true you, with the real you, the true person that you are, your form of your creation. You don't know that. You only know of that physical you, and that's why you doesn't know the higher value of you. So you settle for the less, and we all go through that. So yes, people, tapping into your spiritual self, finding out about who you are, identifying you. So I want you, yes, people, all praises, line up, people. The talk are nice. The talk gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice one because we're gonna talk different. We're gonna touch different issues, different matters. We're gonna bring that forth, and we're gonna touch a little bit of every little thing tonight, because Sunday nights is the night that I get to actually bring everything out. And I appreciate your brothers and sisters that supported me, and supporting this channel. And I know y'all are just original. And I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. That comes like two of my clients that I had that you all saw in the video that I made. These two clients that I had from before. Thank you, brother. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. Thank you for that photos. I appreciate it. Are these sisters that you saw in that video that I put out there, wow, when I was doing the 500 short push-ups in 20 minutes. Well, actually, I think I did less than that, but I said 20 minutes, 500. And I was also teaching the sisters, and I was doing my own thing, which was 500 push-ups in 20 minutes. And I did that. So uh, that was something here. These two sisters that you all saw that was in that video before they was working with me, and all of a sudden something had go down, whatever. People talks, people say whatever they got to say, try to create confusion. And sisters, had kind of stop a little bit. But I say, people, this is how it is in life. When you're lost and you don't know yourself, and you becomes a baggage to your own self, and the moment you becomes a baggage to yourself, it becomes a baggage to your brothers and sisters. So you becomes red eye. You start walking around with, I keep saying, the five devils of Simone. And a lot of us, as a nation of people, we have a lot of that virus or that behavior or that way of walking with the five devils of Simone. So the sisters came back, and it took the ending of the summer. Actually, the summer is out, but God still sends some nice sun, and the sisters know that the workout is good for them. They know that the workout, it's like neutralizing their body. It's like drinking out of the fountain of youth. They know they move more energetic, they're more swift when they're working out. When they don't, they feel more fatigued, they feel more heavy, tired. So yeah, so they came back and they did that thing. But that's to just show you that in life, we go through a whole lot, but it's for a reason for you to actually learn something. So tonight, what we gonna do Sunday night? We gonna talk about how you tapping into your true self, tapping into your spiritual self, and there are different realms within that. So, first of all, for one to become light, okay, people. I hope you are here. Share this video. Uh, you know, your sons, your little daughters, your cousins, your brother, your uncle, whoever that has ears and eyes. All things has always been proven. So y'all guys, those of y'all that love the topic, and those of y'all that have friends that is interested about the topic on Sundays, y'all could check it out. So yeah, so before tapping into one true self, first of all, when that starts to happen, or when one starts to exercise that type of positive energy, then everything little by little start to becomes aware to one. That means after a while, because it's like, I'll use the example. One time I was cooking, I was doing a vlog, and I was cooking something, and I left the pipe running, and I had like over 20 people said, "Oh no, Red, you can't have the water running. You're wasting the water, Red." And that was good, because there were 20 people there who knows that there are other parts in the earth or in the world that people are dying for a clean cup of water, whilst they gotta drink dirty water. And these 20 people that actually text me or write me and let me know, Red, You can't have the pipe running and this and that. Uh, if I had not tapped into my true self, I could have the results that I was going to get from when they saying that to me. It's like I could have been like, "Oh, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. Oh, are you the government? Oh, are you paying the water rate? Or is you?" That would be the state of mind upon ignorance, upon when you are not within yourself and are not fellowshipping within your inner self on that positive level. So you on the fleshly level, you have more when you have not tapping into your inner self. You more on the outside skirts of yourself, and you becomes an enemy to yourself because everything is anger. So like I said, these 20 people that calls me and to tell me about the water and this and that. Even I had one time I had my smoke detector, and it kept on beeping every vlog that I made, and I had people upon people that just knew that was wrong, and it was like, "You're red. You need to change your battery in your smoke detector. Red, 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 red." And no matter how I tried to deal with the smoke detector, whatever, I went up there to remove the battery, until I had to. I went over there, opened and removed the battery. Other one, I think I take it off, which I know I need the smoke detector, but it was a problem with whatever that was going on until they said they was going to come fix it, and the corona kicked in, so they never actually really come. So now I have this here with no batteries, whatever not working good, whatever the case may be, because people can just come in people's house right now. So all that. But I'm using that to explain to you all to say, if I was not, or if I did not already tapped into my spiritual self to know myself, right now if somebody would say that to me in that way, or by telling me this is the type of open states of mind that be the negative input will be more heavier with the flow more than the positive. So anytime one is starting to clean oneself, in other words, purging the body has different levels. The way you purge the body physically by to remove toxins or um, um, you know, just heavy debris upon the body and inside the body. There's certain detox and cleansing that you take. But at the same time, that is physically. Spiritually now, you also have to do the same thing. It's just in a different manner. If you're a person that likes to gossip, and gossiping is one of your favorite things, you might say, "Oh, I don't steal, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't." True that, but yeah, I notice, and no disrespect to nobody, and I accept the Messiah. I accept Emmanuel. But our people, sometimes because of lack of knowledge, you got to really be mindful. Because even my Lord speaks about an antichrist. And I guarantee you, the word of God always fulfilled. It always prophesies. It always come true. I guarantee you when this antichrist appear, well, he's already here. He has just not has fully convinced the people, and half the people are eaten by the code of the number and by the bar. All that is working. The barcode, all that is working. And that really is going to be in a different talk. But I just want to say this because I notice every time. It's not like to say I'm an atheist, or I don't believe in God, or I don't believe in Jesus or Emmanuel or Yeshua or the Christ. I have never rejected the Christ and never will reject the Christ. But I say for the people who say Christ, and I always ask them, what is the definition of Christ? Because a lot of them is not Christ-like. They are not. And one thing a lot of people does not understand is, tonight the topic was to tap into your spiritual self, but I'm going to help y'all with that. Those of y'all that went to school for to be a priest or a preacher or whatever, I didn't go there. I don't have no PhD to be a preacher, but I have, and I says, I have authority by the greater that is He that is within me, that allows me to know the difference. I don't have to bicker with nobody about it, but I keep on saying, my Lord is master of all things. There is nowhere in the Bible that the way the people is going unto the mother of Heshus, which is Emmanuel, which is Jesus, which is the Virgin Mary, the way they are going with that, and the prayers they send to that, and the way they glorify the Virgin Mary or the mother of Jesus, I accept all the disciples that came in the lineage and in that form, all of them. And this is how I know the people of the earth that say they're very religious are not but a two-faced. If my Lord is the one who created all things, okay, it's He who created all things and bring it forth. It is He who ordained all things. Some people are so naive. You ask them where people learn to fight, and they'll tell you the devil. The devil can fight. If the devil was the masters of fight, he would have won that war a long time. But what people does not even understand is even the devil himself, or even the demon, or whatever name you want to call, the ones who does not do the laws, the physical laws or the spiritual laws of nature or of the universe, is off track. This is why we have an alliance, which they call the alliance belt, which goes around the earth, who keeps the earth in order. Okay? If you remove the alliance belt, if the alliance belt has been removed, the earth will drift off. It's the reason why the alliance is there. What people does not understand, they're sitting there within their own state of mind and creating their own state of mind alliance for the Most High. When it's simple, there is no way that any part in the Bible that the Most High God will create all things is telling you that He needs anyone. Nowhere. He says, I create this, I create that, I create this, I create that, I create that. There is nowhere where He's telling you, but He really needs all these things. He created on His level. The level and the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High is much more far. Man will never understand this. Man should just follow. Okay? Now, here you are. You have a creator that creates a lot of things, that there's good and bad within all things. And when all that's bad, y'all never say it's God created. Y'all say it's the devil created. But I don't know why y'all give the devil so much power, because I never seen nowhere when you read in Genesis that the devil is creating anything. I don't see that. And you'll always give this demon or whatever you worship or you classify as the negative force, you'll give it a lot of energy. Because the master is the master. And you cannot question the master. On the level you will not understand nothing that you are asking about. Emmanuel never said that he was God. And the whole entire world is saying Jesus is God. And he's saying, it is my master, my creator, who created I, who sent I forth. It is he who gives me all power. It is he who gives me all dominion. It is he who sends me forth. It is he that I call unto. It is he that I cry unto. It is he that I isolate myself away from my disciples and the people and go to get guidance. Why are your, I notice human beings create a lot of confusion. Even myself. A lot of confusion. Because they always twist things around. There is a creator that creates and give dominion. And whatever he creates in his delight and in his form, it's for it and his purpose. Elijah was a great man. Jeremiah, Abraham, Adam, Atom, Adam. Okay? All these are the creations of life and specks of life of my master and of my creator. When the scientist goes to the moon, or he goes wherever he goes, out of space, out of orbit or whatever they call it, where there's no oxygen, and then you go out there and you penetrate the firmaments and the atmosphere, and you goes out and you goes into space, and then you travel within space and time on its own frequency to move from one point to the next point, where you start to measure the longitude and the latitude to the distance of traveling and being precise on the spiritual arrival. Okay? How is it that you're going to tell me that this great master is not a master of confusion? It's a master of creation. It is the negative and the positive flows. No, right or wrong. Don't you have a left hand and a right hand? I spoke about it before. You got a left foot and a right foot. You got a left brain and a right brain. Why it's got to be left and right? Why it's not two rights or two lefts? Because why? Well, you couldn't have your brain both on one side, two, left and right, just one side. Then your head would be flatter than mine. Then you'd be like the fish got slapped. You know, they say God slapped this fish. I don't know, that's what they say. I'm not really saying, but I heard that from a little boy. That fish got one eye on one side. He and he just got real flat, one eye. I don't know if that fish was actually, I don't know. I don't want to be funny. But so I'm saying, do not bring confusion with my Lord, because my Lord is not a God of confusion. Why are y'all saying that Jesus is God? Why is it that y'all saying, and since y'all keep bringing that topic to me all the time, that I spoke, one time I said, God, but we shall die as men. Someone said that I said that I was Jesus. But let me ask y'all this. When the Most High God created all things, or the Most High Yahweh, or Elohim, or the Alpha and Omega, or Adonai, the great masters of Hosanna, the great light forces of great energy that holds great power within them, within their own time and existence. Okay? Because I know there is energy forces, and I see what energy. When two winds come from, one come from here, one come from here, they hit together, they create massive energy. Massive energy. So, my Lord, who is master and supreme, who says, for I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning where there is no end. There is none before me, neither after me. For I am the Lord thy God. For what? I am only one. I am not two and three, for I am only one God. And thou shalt serve only one master. Why are you all mixing all these people? So are you all worshiping the disciples of God? The disciples of Christ? Are you all praying to Peter, Matthew, Luke, and John? Are you praying to them? This is what God told you to do. This is what Jesus, your shower, or the Christ told you to do. Go and pray to Peter and Matthew and Luke and John. That's what he said? No, that's not what he said. Okay? Because during the time Matthew, Luke, and John and all of them, in the time when they arrived for his arrest, they flee. They flee. They wasn't around him. And he told them, he said that. You had one who says, I would never deny you. I would be ready to put my head upon a block. And that day when one rises against you, I'll be the first one to defend. He was the first one to deny him. And that's what y'all are doing. Y'all are denying God. And y'all are trying to bring confusion with Christ, with the Lamb. Y'all are trying to bring confusion with the Lamb that is so perfect, that did his Creator's work, his glory and majesty. And y'all are still trying to bring confusion. Y'all bring confusion with his mother. Y'all worship his mother. When my Lord says, honor me and only me, thou shalt serve only me. Why are you praying to the mother of Jesus? And then y'all come, right after that, y'all make all your little idols so you can worship them. You know what my Lord says to me? He said, do good in the memory of me. I don't have to make an idol to look to remember what my Creator told me. I don't have to have a statue. Because when I see my brother, that's the memory. When I see my sister, that's the memory of the love, the compassion, the brotherhood love. A lot of y'all are a lot of hypocrites. Y'all quick to throw stone. Y'all say y'all love. What kind of puppy love is this? What kind of love is this? I didn't really come today, but I'm going to talk. I always give three different topics. But this one, since this lady, this person always telling about Jesus, I have never said that I have not accepted the Christ. I'm not an atheist. I know what the thing. Of course, there is a Lamb. Of course, there is a Messiah. Of course, there is the elect one, the one that is worthy. And this is one of the reasons that that one that is worthy came here or went through here. Because we all, remember, a lot of you want, that's why a lot of you are dying for here. Because you all doesn't want to understand that you all are passing through here. The Christ that you all are talking about, your shower, Redshot Jesus, he passed through here for one purpose. And it's the same purpose we all got to pass through. To overcome and to overpower temptation and the flesh. And to be righteous and to live righteous. Yeshua says, when he came, now he was tempted. He was tempted by the things that what was in the city, the women in the city, the habits of that was in the city, the things that people partake in the city. They gamble in the churches. They do all these things. They drink. There was the prostitutes. There was all these things there. And you have a pass through. You have a shy pass through. He passed through. And a lot of us are going through the same things, because imagine, example, husband and wife, or man and woman, That guy, and I'm going to show you what it makes so much sense that people does not even overstand this. I remember when I was much younger, and I was getting to know about women and sex and intercourse and all of that. Oh boy, I was like, woo, what to do? Yeah. Really and truly, I didn't really understand the whole purpose about what I was thinking about or what I was talking about. I was just this young bull. And this is why now our men of today get so weak. They get weak. They're getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. Because we have allowed our wants and our needs and our fleshly urge to forsake our eyes, and our eyes becomes to deceive us. And our soul don't speak to us anymore. We does not have that interaction with our soul. No, our conscience has flee away. Because we find ourselves possessed by the fleshly things. In other words, watch how we do things. We believe, men today believe, the most intercourse that they have, the more they are macho men, right? So in other words, no disrespect to anyone. So in other words, if you have 50 women, 100 women, 1,000 women, you the man. But what that does for you, you might think you're the man, but you ain't. Because all what you're doing is you're degrading and allowing your vessel to become weaker. Remember, one woman alone, or two, or three is a whole lot. One woman alone is a big problem. When I mean big problem, not in a bad way. But if you have a woman that is healthy, spiritually, physically, mentally, in every aspect healthy, and she's blessed, then of course, nature is a woman, and you see how she brings forth her children, her fruits. Okay? You see how she does that. So I'm saying, on the contrary, that God is not man. God is God. Men will never stand up in the circle of God. Men shall be around the circle of God, shall sit to the right of the circle of God. The only one that has the authority in the entrance of the rim of the first circle, and I spoke about it, which is the first arch of the door. It's that same one that was worthy, that went through the same strife that we're going through, the same pain, the same suffering, the same insults, the same name calling, the same he went through it. He went through it. A lot of us say, man, I can't. But this is how you're going to get strength. We see most people, they talk. But how are you going to relate to something if you didn't have an experience? How? And a lot of these people didn't have an experience with God. They didn't. They had an experience with an idea how to get rich. They had an experience with a state of mind being influenced by the dark forces, how they would have tricked the people. That's why I keep saying people like Jim Jones, this big preacher man that went to Guyana and killed all these people. These are the fallen angel, the people that follows the fallen angel that preaches to you on the concept about themselves. Because when man try to affiliate himself on the same level as God, you know that it's a demon. Because it's only the demons that affiliate themselves on the same level. I have never put myself on the same level as the Most High. I could never do that. And that's why some people say, oh, Red, you say you God. Of course I'm a God. I never tell you I am the Almighty God. I say I am a God and I shall die as man, because this is what the Lord has says unto the man. Men are powerful. You see what men create. Men create all kind of things. Men are powerful. This is why I keep trying to say, if man would humble himself, which is all what I am saying. It's the same thing that the Lamb has said. It's the same thing that the angel Gabriel has said. It's the same thing that the cherubims has said. That God has loved man so much and give man so much power, that within the power that man has, he killed himself because he becomes adulterous. Okay? You have to understand your shower. And again, people, you're going to have to excuse me. That was not the topic I wanted to talk about. It was something similar to tap into your true self. But this person, they keep saying Christ. I have never said that I am not a follower of your shower. I have never said that I don't accept your shower. I have never in my entire life said I have never accepted Emmanuel. Rich Emmanuel, you go into the old books. This is the gift. A child shall be born and his name shall be called Emmanuel. Okay? But people, if there is a king and the king has a son, is the son a king whilst the king is alive? Or the son is a prince waiting to become king anytime that the father would die? My Lord does not die. He will stay king and ever be king, and he will give dominion to all who, even me, have to be awarded. You have to be awarded. The Christ was awarded the Lamb. Your shower, Emmanuel, has been awarded the king of what? The king of this earth. The same earth that was given unto man. When Iblis says, let me have dominion over men. Let I control man. Let man serve me. And as you could see until today, what is the things that we feel pain? That is a wicked beating from mingling with the wicked forces. Pain. You have seen how this entity that was created on his level, in his time, didn't stay. Did not stay in his place. And I am unalive. How could you call me if you are unalive? There is no way if I'm unalive I'm going to talk to you. And I'm doing a live. So I don't even know what is this. Please call back. So people, you cannot take away the glory of the Most High and give it to the apostles or the disciples. Because God is God. God is the head. The Most High God is the head, and there's only one head. Yeshua get dominion to be in charge. Like you have a big boss, and the big boss has another boss. The big boss put him in charge. So he's in charge. But nothing happens unless the big boss. It is not he who just, he is one with him. And whatever that flows within him flows within him. But he's the big boss. The Lamb is the Lamb. For if the Lamb was crucified, and in the time of crucifixion, the Lamb is saying, crying out, remember, if this is the big boss, and the big boss is here in a trap, why would the big boss scream out? Because the only way that could happen, it is because this here is on a mission, and the key, the main substance here is this. This is working through this, and this is channeling through this. This came for a purpose because of this. This wanted this to come forth to open a path. Because there is a war was going on within the same angelic forces or the cherubims. War started on a higher plane. War didn't start it in the earth, because we read that the earth was with void. Nothing was there but lava. Nothing, not even grass. Nothing has no, it's just there. So the same place that was just there in the beginning, there was nothing. And they said the Most High move upon what? And he did what? And that was as void and had nothing becomes the paradise after 6 to 7 days. 6 days rested in the seventh day. A paradise for whom? For I, Atom. For I, Adam. If the scientists could fly on Mars, I was saying before, and they said there was no life on Mars. No life. Which Mars used to flourish with life at one time. On Mars, they still have life on Mars. You just can't see it because sometimes to the eyes is blind. Things are right there, but you can't see. But life is on Mars. Why life is on Mars? Because they have gone and take samples and find certain bacteria that has life in it. The atoms on a planet, in a planet, shows life. An atom is life. The atoms brings the life. And atoms turn into Adam. For it's the all of my Lord's creation. You can't sit there and try to mimic what my Lord is doing. Because he creates, look out, so much different creatures he creates. Different type of animals. From above, in between, and below. And it's 7 levels. There are 7 levels. So, why is it that y'all are trying to make my perfect creator to be confusing? Oh, why God is letting this happen? If there's a God, why are you letting this happen? I used to believe in God until my mother died. I used to believe in God, until my whole family died. I used to believe in God, but if there was a God, why? It is not, the race is not for the sweet, but for those that could endure. It is a certain amount of people from the same life, the tree of life. It has a branch. It has a special divine that just like the evil ones is going and spreading itself out and trying to branch out away from the perfectness of righteousness and start drifting away further and further and getting dark and more evil. Well, it's the same way in the tree of life. There are branches that will never wither. Never. Because they're of the righteous. So the things that Yeshua is crying unto a higher power, unto the Alpha and Omega. Yeshua the Christ is crying unto his Creator. And he's asking, why thou hast forsaken me? Why? Why he asking this? You'll answer me. Talk to me. Every day I talk. And y'all say, oh, Christ. Y'all forget about God. And I remember, I keep saying, I am not taking nothing away from Christ, because he is the arch of the door. And whosoever he allowed to come in will come in. Praise the Lord. But over us, you cannot break the bridge between the master and the servant, because the servant has got a word that make him look like the master. You say that now the servant is the master. The servant has granted mastership. The servant has granted beyond all power. That servant. But there is an ordained, because even the servant has never forsaken the master. And that is why the master saw he was worthy from all who came. But he died, because the wages of sins is death. But he resurrected. Why would you not say that he died? We read that he died. We read that what they're teaching, that he was crucified. We read that on Friday sundown, when they say that he was crucified, that in that time you couldn't do nothing on a Friday evening. So that body never came off that. If you want to get skeptical or whatever, that body never came off of that staff or cross, whatever you want to put it, until Saturday sundown. And I keep saying, it's not to say I'm not a believer, but my Lord says, if my people will seek for more knowledge, the knowledge is there. It's not just reading and having PhD, but if someone is being crucified, or someone being killed, or someone was alive on Friday morning, they were talking, they were there Friday morning, all through the morning, on to the afternoon time. They was alive. 1 o'clock, so 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, they're alive. But in the evening time, which is the same Friday, he was crucified before sundown. He never died that Friday. Well, he died. Do you want to say he died the Friday after suffering? He died the Friday. Okay? Because like we read and they said, they couldn't receive the body. They couldn't take the body on that Friday night. He died. He was on the cross, but they couldn't get his body, because at that time, it was forbidden to do anything during that time. So to receive that body, for anybody to climb up, to remove him off of the staff or off of the cross, or whatever how you want to put it, for anybody to go ahead to do that, they got to wait 6 o'clock sundown on a Saturday. Okay? In the 6th hour on a Saturday evening. So, to receive the body of Jesus, that was received on Saturday in the evening time, when the Shabbat was over and done. That's when his mother received his body and went to bury. So like I said, I am not here to question people's belief or to hold arguments with people upon your belief. What you believe, if it's been working for you for 20 years, 40 years, 60 years, I'm not here to have an argument with you. If you want to remember, our forefathers before us was here too. They taught them a lot of stuff. They taught them that they didn't need no money, but wait, when they die, and they was going to get their riches in the sky. They was going to get their money after they die, and then you go to heaven. Then there's all this gold waiting for you in heaven. See, that was the ideology and the state of mind about what heaven looked like. You see, it's a rich man idea again. That heaven, because it's God, is all a whole lot of gold. That's why in this land that we're living, everybody want the toilet seat gold, they tub gold, their guns gold, a gold blanket. Yeah, because they're trying to imagine the lifestyle of the angels and the cherubims and the host of heaven. So now they are going so far to try to believe and figure. You see, they create all these little things in the movies, what heaven look like. And they have the overstanding of hell. This is beyond our little bird brain. I keep saying beyond our little bird brain. It is not what we want or what we will like. It's what it is. God is one, and he has many disciples and a whole lot of creation in all different form of life. He's the life giver, life bearer, all of that. He creates people, know everything about them, and give them great power. Now I used to believe that evil people just get up and rule. No. Because I remember a while back I was reading a verse. I can't recall exactly where, but it says this. I think it is in Romans. It's in Romans. Read something in Deuteronomy. And this is why I get to overstand not only there, but other things that I had read about Ethiopia and the negligence, how they dealt with their own kind, and how they sold them out into slavery, our own skin color. And we are benefiting a lot of lies, because when people hear Africa, they watch Africa. I don't like saying Africa. I said the land of Kush, the land of the Nubians. Okay? Because I keep saying this Africa thing here, it is not what someone come to strip your name off your chest and stick something over it and tell you, yeah, take that. Okay? And this is one thing with us people. We like to take what is not for us. Okay? There are facts that could bring you to what I'm saying. I'll tell you. What I'm saying is true. But first we have to put our pride down, and we got to look within ourselves, and we got to learn to understand the truth. Jesus has never said that he's God. He says, my creator, my creator, my creator. I'm doing the works of my creator. My creator. My creator. All things, it is done. My creator. Yeshua was one of the strongest out of a lot of people. But even he himself said it. He says, I have come unto thee so many times, and thou hast not known me. So why would someone speak a parable like that? Say to you, I have come in the household of Israel so many times, and you have not known me. How are we coming and we don't know him? Why? Ignorance. Why? I tell people things and they say to me, will you get this thing read? I me read this in the Bible, Brad. I tell people Adam is Christ. Adam in the garden. Adam is Christ. Oh, no, Red. No, Red. Adam is not Christ. I say Adam and Eve is the mother of a certain civilization of people. People say Adam and Eve is the mother and father of the world. They create all the people. Okay. Adam and Eve. Listen. Adam and Eve is the mother of all people. Okay. So, the last time I bring the subject up, no one has not ever get back to me on this. But we're going to touch it again today because it's going to be clear for all the people that does not want to accept that the Christ is not God, but he also is a servant. He also is a prince, because that servant becomes a prince because he worked diligently. That servant happened unto all what the Creator said he did. That servant got a certificate to be who he is. He's the king. Who gave him the title? The divine vine. The divine vine. Don't forget about the main substance. Just like as you could see, there are many people come. Abraham was a very great man. He was a man of God. He worshipped the Most High. He kept the things of the Most High. Is he God? No. But he works for the divine vine. Let's find out Daniel in the lion's den. Is he God? No. But he works for the Most High. And you could see the downfalls when we unplug ourselves from the divine vine. When we unplug ourselves from the divine vine. Let's watch all the disciples. Which they don't tell us about all the disciples. They want to tell us about the disciples that Christ had. There was a man named Melchizedek. Nobody talks about him. I keep mentioning all the time. Nobody talks about him. You can even find in the Bible, which they have books on Melchizedek, but they don't allow it to come into your 1611 King James. Okay? They don't let it come there. David, the book of David. David has a book, but what they gives you in the Bible is this tiny. But David has a book this big. Yeah, because the Jewish people have got it. They got the Kabbalah. They got it. Okay, we got the Maccabees. That's the rest of the books. That's gonna fulfill the Bible, but they only give us 66. This is not here, but these books exist, and a lot of our people with lack of knowledge, because they think they hold a PhD, with a lack of knowledge, because they only want to come tell me about Matthew, Luke, and John, and these guys. Okay? Let's go back and see their lifestyles. Matthew, John, Luke, all of them, what it was. They had their way, and they was brought in as a beam with the Christ, with the Lamb. They came in as a beam. So the Christ was the head of the beam, and Matthew, Luke, and John, and all of them was like the friends. In other words, it's like the friends that you could attach yourself with, that you believe that got your back. And they will walk with you and pretend they will walk with you in thick and thin, but in the day of trouble, you'll see they will just divide themselves. And that's what they did. Matthew, Luke, and John, all that. Because then, if you ever heard they tell you The testimony of John, the testimony of this, the testimony of Matthew, the testimony of Luke. But what is the testifying about? Because when Yeshua told them, all of them, that you all was going to deny me. When Yeshua told them, all of you all that's walking with me, I have taught you all so much, and yet still you have not learned anything. Okay? What is it that Matthew, these brothers was perfect examples that within the power of God, these were 12 people that the Christ had to able to show the power of the Most High within that gathering right here. So those that was atheists, those that was non-believers, those that had doubts, and those that didn't have no confidence within themselves and within the power of God, God used each of these 12 disciples that was following Christ for a reason. He allowed the Christ to gather around these because they were picked. They were picked. They were picked. It's like we find two here. That's like we were about to go to war. We're looking for the best warriors. And all of them, look at the background, they were warriors. Peter was a man, swordsman. All of them was like high assassins. Like they tells you one thing, they don't tell you the next thing. They never told you that the Christ used to drink wine. And y'all only make it look like he only drank, okay, one time. Christ drank more than one time. Christ drank when he turned the fish. He made 3 fishes and 3 loaves of bread turn into fish and bread, and then make the water turn into wine. He always make water turn into wine. Okay? But the fact is, was he an alcoholic? No. For wine has a significance. This is why until today we see all the people who call themselves highly spiritual that obtain a lot of wealth. What is the desire? That they drink red wine. After they break a deal, they make a big deal, a multi-million-dollar deal, they sip wine for success. So Christ was a successor, and he drank wine on every success. Even in the last, it was wine. So, and chill. Is wine bad or is wine? Is a successor, and he could bless his success, announce his success with wine. Because Samson wasn't a different thing. Was Christ a Nazarite, and was he different from Samson? Because Samson was a Nazarite, and it was said by the Most High God to his mother, do not feed him of the vine. Do not feed him of the flesh. Okay? John the Baptist was another Nazarite. And you notice something about Nazarites. It's like their strength is beholding their head. John the Baptist's head was cut off. And Samson was shaved. And this is why Nazarite says, I shall not put no razor or no comb upon the beard. That's why I don't really sometimes go cut my beard and always with the scissors and comb and all of that there. Because even though we all are from the Most High, but I keep saying, in the heavens, there are levels. Example, look at this guy where they call the great, beautiful morning star, which supposed to be the one that they're portraying with a horn and a tail in hell. They call him Iblis, the devil. And at one time, he was so beautiful. At one time, they said he was so beautiful that he was the morning star. But listen to this. When Christ born in Bethlehem, what guided the 3 wise men? Was not a star. It was a bright star, which they call the North Star. And until today, I still see who of you could pinpoint the North Star, because it's still there and it's as bright as ever. It is brighter than any other star. So there's nothing new under the sun, the moon, the stars. Nothing. Is the how are you going to overstand? Now, the Christians say they're Christians, but are they like Christ? Do they go and take care, and I keep saying it, do they sit with the people that the society has rejected? For the people of the Most High, it says, I shall go where they don't go, to the bottomless pit. There and here, and I shall who? Clean. Who you believe couldn't be clean, could be clean. By the grace of the Most High, by the power and the divine vine. And Christ has the same ability. And even us, because it says, if we, okay, accept and purify and sanctify and glorify and serve one master, then all things will be given unto us, and we shall become as the Christ. And even Christ himself said it. He says, if you hear the words of my Creator and do as he asks his will, then of course it is my Lord who ordained all things. It is not the Christ who said a child shall be born and his name shall be named God. It is God who said child shall be born and his name shall be called Emmanuel. And he breaks and says it shall be God with us, because why? God is with us. And people got to start confusing God with the state of mind that they have. That every time they don't understand something, they make an excuse to take down the power of the Most High. There's a part I read that they said one time that they said that there was giants upon the face of the earth. Because they even say that this guy, what's it called? Goliath was a giant. Okay. So how he was formed if he was a giant? And what made him to be a giant? As the Bible tells us, and as we read other books, that tells us anything that past 7 and change is a giant. Anything past 6 foot and going up 7 foot is a giant. But let's find out if it's just height giant, or what is the descent of the giant. Are these giants are just normally man, children, human beings, me and you, irregular people? Or these giants are children of terrestrial life, or giants, and angelic forces, or demon forces? Because it have to be. Because if God created Adam and Eve and the garden that is so perfect, and here you go, you got to think, listen, this is why God said, I give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Ask anything of me and it shall grant it unto you. If there is a garden, and before the garden, nothing was there. Because that's what they're telling us. Who is bearing witness of telling us there was nothing here? Someone was there bearing witness and keeping records of all these things. Okay? Because my laws is perfect like that. Maybe it could just be nature itself was recording during her time. Because one time nature and the Creator walks together, and they whisper and they talk. Go read in the book of Proverbs. It tells you, and he and her walks together. In a time that is beyond of your little understanding of what was going on. There's a thing they say, sound, words, it goes again. There's an old saying, in other words, sound, wind. No, it's sound, wind, and power. Sound, words. It's 3 things that flows. In other words, sound. I could be here, and I could say something, but what comes out from what I'm saying, the sound that travels into the ear, into the atmosphere, it goes beyond your little understanding of not. You could only hear oh, but you don't know how far goes, because there are creatures that is much more tinier than us and make less noise or less of a sound. And they say the male just hear that 1,000 miles away. So with vibration through the airwaves, okay? And you have to know this is real because this is how man himself is creating all the things that he gets. He signals, he's bouncing here to bounce back. And these things are carbon copy original, which is from the Most High. The Most High. Look at the plane, look at the bird, look at the... You gotta watch what we are doing. We are mimicking the Most High's creation. That's what we are doing. And as we mimic the things that God created, we starting to get less of a respect, less, we become more cocky with ourselves, and we start taking the title of God. And God knew it. That's why he said, of course you're the gods, but you shall die as men. Don't we fly out to space? Don't we make all type of stuff? Don't we make heart, electrical heart, and put for somebody? The people with that stuff living for 15, 20 years, they was going to die with the old one. They take that heart done rotten out and done. And they have a fake one here, that a machine that the man made. And Most High God says, of course, I shall inspire knowledge. I shall grant man great knowledge. And man shall be so powerful. And this is why it is for the antichrist to deceive. And that's why I say a lot of your people that says you're the Christians, wait until that day when the antichrist is here. I'm going to see a lot of y'all. Because I know you all that doesn't walk by faith, you walk by sight. Y'all don't walk by faith. Y'all want to see everything. And that's how I know you're going to get messed up. Because look at the simple thing. Christ never said that he was the Almighty God. Never. Why y'all giving him that title? Even when he was a little boy and he went and preached at 12 years old, he went and preached to a man called Nicodemus, who said he was the wisest man. And when his mother and father was looking for him, and I think they was going back to Bethlehem because they was going forward at the time of the Lent. And they went and looked for him, and they find him with the elders at a little 12-year-old. And they said, his mother, they said, your mother is looking for you. He said, go and tell my mother that I am proclaiming and I'm doing the works of my Creator. So how is it that you're saying that what he never said? Why is it that you're saying that his mother is the mother of God? Why you're saying that? Who taught you all that? Did y'all start with Jesus when he was praying? Oh, this is your watch Jesus of Nazareth and hear that prayer and you'll believe that was a prayer. Huh? Why is it that you're allowing the colonial system that entrap your minds for so long in slavery to use your own materials against you? Because we had the Maccabees. We had these books. They burned them. They take them away from us. And then they came with their own. And it still is not their own because they took majority of ours and put in their own and flip it around. Whitewash it. I had a book that had to do with witches. And one day a guy said to me, he said, what are you doing with this evil book? I said, how do you know the book is evil? And he said, well, I used to have it. I said, oh, so did you do evil with it? He said, no, I never do evil. I just know evil. Let's get out of here. You come like one of the people who want to stop your knowledge because they're afraid that you're going to accomplish what they couldn't accomplish. My Lord says, wise to man to know all things. It is wise for you to know all things. It is wise for you to know how to fight. It is wise for you to know, anything that will save your life. But be mindful of what you do. And every time God probably makes a double or a triple banger. It's like, it is wise to know all things, for it's the knowledge. It's knowledge. but be mindful of the things that you do. It's just like there's a parable saying, it is not what you put in your mouth defiles you, but what comes out of you. My Lord speaking parables. A lot of people, oh yeah, okay, I could eat this and I could eat that, and I'll eat the pork and I'll eat the shrimps, and oh, you have choices. You choose to do that. My Lord is not like, he allows you, this is the privileged part where a lot of us, because of the privileged part, we're gonna die. We're gonna die for eternity. Because my Lord does not say you have to follow me. You got an option to choose. But then again, if you was not ordained, you can never follow. Have you ever seen someone that grew up in church from all their life? They grew up in church, Christian, and the next person that you know, their mother and father was a bunch of thieves, so they used to steal car or they used to steal whatever. They was just bad people. And all of a sudden, the person that you know grew up in the church, years go by, you heard, this person don't go to church no more, this person drinks, this person do that, this person do that. And then you hear, I can't believe it, Mr. Mike changed his life. Mr. Mike is a different person. Now, only what people could do is hold Mr. Mike on his old sins, because this is what Lucifer is about. He like to shame you. The negative forces like to throw guilt in your face to make you feel guilty. So you could go back in sin. You could go backwards. Backslide. They call it backslide. See, when you bring all things on the table within your true nature, your true self, because this is what my Lord says. My Lord says, come unto thee. Put all your burdens on my table, on my altar. He says, put all your burdens, all your troubles on my altar. Lay them there. The sisters in the church do not take the sister's burden and lay it on the altar. They share it around. Hey, get some, take some of that, take some of that, take some of that. And by the time you check it out, everybody knows the sister's problem. That might be your brother's keeper. I said Christ is the door for the arch of the door. And whosoever, he said, grant in, could come in. It's not only Christ got that title. They said Peter had the title. Peter had the key. As a matter of fact, it was said that Christ gave Peter the key and told Peter, for whoever you let in is in, and whoever you let out is out. So this is where now Peter, and this is where you see the thing. People, listen, people. Send some flames up if you are overstanding what I'm saying. Listen to the thing, good people. Listen. They say the Most High grant Christ the key. For he's the Lamb. He's the King of Kings. He's gone through the earth, and Satan didn't get tempted. He didn't get to forsake his creator. He passed the test. He beat death because he resurrected. He resurrected. He overcome death. He overpowered death. He went through death. He know what is death. He went through the heart of death and overpowered. He resurrected. Who resurrected him? The creator. Who resurrected him? The Alpha and Omega. Who resurrected him? Adonai. Who resurrect him? Hosanna, great King of Kings that is in the highest places. Who resurrect him? So when you're saying Christ is powerful, but he has a head, which is the divine vine, which is he who gives him all power, which is he who resurrects him from the grave, which is he who grants him the power and the gift and allow him to become who he are, because he was worthy. Okay. So when I talk, you'll say, you're following Christ. And Christ does not do what you'll do. He does not say what you'll say. Because when they told him his mother was looking for him, he said, tell that woman, oh, tell my mother, as she don't know that I came here to proclaim what? The works of my Creator. Go, check it out. Go look at it. Go. You're big pastors. You're big preacher people. You're people that knows everything. Go look it up. And don't go take so new translation, because now I notice my Lord says in the last days, they shall be taken out and put in. So the Bible gonna change sooner or later. It's finishing little by little. Little by little, they have new words, new translation, new words. Sooner or later, they already have demonic Bibles. Bible that telling you that King Solomon was a fat woman. All kind of Bibles. All type of witchcraft Bibles. They have them because it's to confuse the people. As more they can confuse you, you're going to do what they want you to do. Because it's for you to serve the Antichrist. That's they keep talking about Christ. This is why they're talking about Christ, not in the way that they're supposed to talk, because they know the Antichrist is coming as to represent himself as the Lamb. The Antichrist is coming to say he is the one that was slaughtered. He died for the sins of the world. He's a liar, twisted tongue. He's going to catch a lot of y'all because y'all are waiting for him. Y'all are waiting for him. The Antichrist. That is why they give it that name. How could it have the same name of my Lord? How could it have the same name? Can't you see the mimicking from top to bottom? Christ, Antichrist. Yet, Christ, so the Christ have an anti that is a Christ, an Antichrist. And what is an Antichrist? An Antichrist. But Antichrist, there is no love within there. There is only darkness. There is no love. There is no good conception. There is no good talking. There is no good, nothing good for the children. This is why Antichrist is to mislead these youths of today. Antichrist is to make them to become demonic. Take off your clothes. For you to be into it, you have to bear my mark. What is the mark? You see they're going crazy with tattoos all over their body. Tattooing eyeball, tattooing inside a nose, tattooing tongue, tattooing where they can. I don't even believe people put a tattoo. They're into their private parts. They're into their navel. They don't have no respect for life, for the chi of life. They're into their navel circular, pushing little needles as much as they're gone. So the Antichrist is here feeding them, and they swear it's for Christ. They are working with the Most High, with Jesus, with the Lamb, and it's the devil they're working with. You see them? They are liars. Liars always finding confusion. Some of them used to tell me, go and confess to the priest. As a little boy, I didn't know better. So I went because I think I was doing something good. So when I was younger, when I tried to talk about that, the elders slapped me in the mouth and said, shut up. Yeah? You must be Satan's son. Look how you're talking. Yeah, that's what they said. But I grew to be a man. And one day the Most High God allowed me to find that. Thou shalt not confess thy sins unto no man, but to the Lord thy God. So why is it from a little boy you was trying to put it in my head that I was to go confess my sins to the priest? And it was of a Christian type thing. That's what you was telling me. I had to go sit on your lap. And then after you change it from the lap, you make a little box with a bunch of little holes and you tell me, come over there and tell you my sins. And then you tell me, go over there and go say 2 Our Fathers and 2 Hail Marys. I'm a little child. I have seen. I'll show you how these people are liars. It says this. For the sins of a child, for when you was a child, the things that you do as a child, my Lord has not hold it against you. But now you becomes a man, I says unto thee, thy sins are put within thy face. Your sins will be put within your face. Okay? So a child is innocent. So why are you telling me to go confess to this priest when I'm innocent in the eyes of God? And hear the lies that I said. I stole my mother's sugar. How could you steal your mother's sugar? Huh? I stole my mommy's sugar and I drink the baby milk. That's stealing. This is stealing. You see the type of nonsense? And this man sitting down in this hole telling you about all confession and forgiveness. They say a sin, a curse. You cursing. Why are you cursing? Well, I have to find out what is a curse. So all these people, it's just trickify. You say I curse. When I use obscene language, you say that is a curse. When I use obscene language, you say it's a curse. So you say I use the obscene language and you say, why are you cursing? But do you know what is a curse? A curse is, I wish you would not go over there and break your foot. I wish you would fall down. Yeah, this is the tongue, the twist tongue. Yeah. You sending all your energy for something to happen. Negativity, break a foot, lose a child, a truck hit down. And then sometimes with building that state of negativity and that state of antichrist or antichrist, it is just pushing you further. Sooner or later you're going to reach to the obeah man. Sooner or later you're going because you're so antichrist. Yeah. You and your sister going to church. In the church, where it's supposed to be a place of gathering of righteousness and worshiping Christ, you turn antichrist. You turn antichrist right there. Antichrist, you envy your sister. You're going to kill her later on because you come into her house and you're going to poison her drink. Antichrist. You go into the church and you say, Jesus is your husband. How dare you? And all these men that they put there for you, you want Jesus for your husband. Show me where that he told you to take Jesus for your husband. Huh? Jesus is your husband. When God says, I have created the woman for the man and the man for the woman, and you're leaving all the men and you're looking for Jesus, you will contaminate Jesus if you had a chance. If you get a chance to put your nails in his flesh, you would rotten his skin. I'm telling you. You're a bunch of savages and tricksters. You'll have men here, you'll do the same thing to the men. You'll do the same thing to the men. Some of y'all do things with no understanding. You want to spend whole day in church. You have a husband at home. And you want to spend the whole day in church. Looking at the pastor catching spirit. And telling him how so remarkable he looked when he went into the spirit. All the time you're there lusting, you want that pastor, and you know the pastor have a wife. You want the pastor, you want to bring confusion to the pastor. You say you just want to be nice, you just want to give your life to Jesus. So you do it, you get the shortest dress. So when you bend down to do the things that Jesus, the pastor could see what Jesus put under your dress. Y'all are liars. Watch all of y'all who say what you are saying. It's for fame and money. And to show, and my Lord spoke about it. Said, these hypocrites, these hypocrites, these adulterers, look at them. I said, take them away from me. And take away the things, your melody. Every Christmas, you'll decorate your trees with a whole bunch of lights. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. You don't have money to buy bread. You got to pay a bunch of electricity. You have lights all over. They come turn around and burn your house down. You go buy a tree. You cut it from the forest. Leave the tree in the forest. You got to take it out from the forest. You don't have time to clean your home. But then that special day, you bring this green tree in your house. Okay? And you dong singing all type of ho song. And then you dong Christmas. And you tell me. And then you call yourself a Christian. And when you go in Jeremiah 10, it tells you that the ways of the people are vain. And you tell me that I am crazy. You tell me, oh, Red, where you get this from? Oh, hallelujah. Jesus is not confusion. That's why Jesus went into the church and beat them with a piece of stick. You want to say Jesus? I say JC. You want to say Jesus? I say Emmanuel, because there's no J in Hebrew. Okay? Your shower went over there and beat them. Tell them, This is not a place you gamble. This is not a place you sell. In the churches, they're making bakes. They're selling bacon and saltfish in there, inside of the church, right in the church. I pass somewhere and I see a whole diner inside of a church. A whole diner inside of a church. They're finding every way to trap these people. They don't even want the people to go home. They have diner here. They have little rooms. Oh, sister, man, you're not feeling good. You know you could sleep in here for 2 nights. And what is your bank card? Oh, don't worry, sister. We'll buy what you want. It's a bunch of thieves. Even when you're dying, they say to you, do not call your husband. You know. You have your children, you're done, you have a big house, you have 4 big houses. The pastor know that, the pastor wife know that, the bishop know that. They say, okay. They want to know everything about you. They give you a big application to fill in when you join the church. The church is a serious thing now. It's an order. You're coming now and they say, okay, I would like you to bring your tax papers to me, please. How much money you make a year? Yes, we'd like to know that because you have to give that to Jesus. Jesus is, we got to take. And you know, God said 10%. They ain't taking 10%. They ought to get rich, man. So now they ask you, are you married? If you don't marry, they say, you have a boyfriend? Oh, no, we don't want boyfriend. You bring him to the church. We want to meet him because, you know, yes, God is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a business. You want more money. More money. So the more people you could get under your house, under your congregation, you never have enough. You're taking part of everything. You're selling cakes. You're doing raffle. In the house of God. Yeah. This is why the last tabernacle King Solomon built, after that tabernacle was break down, it will never be a house where men build with cement and brick and mortar for the house of God. Because even the Most High, Yeshua said, thou has not known thy body is a temple of thee. Rich man, I said, that could build a temple with cement and bricks and call it the house of God. You're all a bunch of phonies. I don't go to no church. That's where you'll get your orgy from. A lot of y'all, some of y'all, not all of y'all, because they have a lot of churches out here that is excellent. There's a lot of churches out there that helps people. I'm not here throwing stones, but I'm saying a lot of y'all little wolf in sheep's clothing that run around here trying to say meh, and you're inside of your and you're trying to say meh, and you're the wolves. You're not gonna eat God, people. And some of y'all stupid people, excuse me, I have to say it, I can't hold my tongue. Some of your stupid people that God give wisdom and knowledge to, that don't want to use your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, allowing people to trick y'all, sending y'all to fly thousands of miles away to go get Jesus so you could drink poison and die, like Jim Jones do this. You know all these people Jim Jones killed over there? Some of them were speaking in tongues too, you know. They're joking. They joke so much they end up on a plane joking. They fly to Guyana joking. They couldn't wait. The man cooking 2 big drums of poison right here. They're under the spell. We gotta go. The time is near, foolish person. Don't you know? That's something you will never get forgiven for. You cannot take your life. You cannot take your life. Your people who love to commit suicide, drink poison, shoot yourself in the head. You're gonna be in the last level of hell. Never coming out. Never coming out. At least some of us who go in hell will come out. It's not all of us going to stay in there under the mercy and grace and what the Most High said to our forefathers, like Jacob. Yeah, yes. And what he said unto Abraham. Yes. And Isaac. Yeah. So some of us will not stay because under grace. We'll get little born up. But some of y'all that saying that y'all what? What? Y'all are tapa. Y'all have Lucifer on your forehead. Y'all are defenders of Lucifer. Yeah. Eternal fire. Eternal fire. The fire. A lot of us are going into the hellfire are going to come out because of Israel, the household, the nation of Israel. A lot of y'all die. When y'all die, you ain't got nobody to pray for y'all. Who prays for y'all? A lot of people die. When they die, nobody will remember them. You are forgotten. Confusion. You know, people die over 20 years and they have people still talking about them. That's a blessing. Died over 50 years ago, 200 years ago, 500 years ago. People still talking about it. And you think you're make patty. You just die and they just throw you in a hole. All that big racketing you was going on with, claiming a title of Mr. And throw you in a hole and forget about you. Not even worms want to talk to you. You're gone. Gone. A defender of the Most High. So I said, Christ has never tried to take anything and say, he said, everything is of my Creator. And that's why the Creator said, he's worthy. Okay? So stop taking the title of God and giving it to the disciples. Because God prophets to prophesy what he had intent to send out there. Some people, they so benefits. They say, oh, I accept this was that. I accept all the prophets, even Prophet Muhammad. Y'all could say what y'all want. Oh, you was a da-da-da. Y'all are too hypocritical. Y'all have to accept the prophets. Y'all don't know nothing about Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. And I'll tell you sometimes, go back and look at all the things in the Bible, the wars and all this. You'll see. God is the perfect soldier, master, great wars. You know, he used to tell David, he helped David fight all his wars. That's why when David offended God, when David looked and saw his neighbor's wife and wanted his neighbor's wife, that's why you should not cover thy neighbor's wife. When thy neighbor take thy neighbor's property. Man has one cow and you have thousands of cows, but you come and take that man one cow just because you don't want that man to have that one cow. You understand? You overs? So that's what David did. Musa. That's what he did. He looked from his window, his veranda, and looked into his neighbor's yard and see his neighbor's wife naked and entice. He go crazy. And he wants the man's wife. The man is a big general. He send the man in the front. Man just came from war. He sent the man back so the man could die so he could have the man's wife. And the guy punished him for that. Most I punish him for that. No, don't be doing, don't. So a lot of y'all who say, oh, God, the time is coming. The time is at hand. The antichrist is here. And I know you cannot serve two masters. So let me see how you're going to defend that. Let me see how you're going to play that game, because your bubble soon pop. Your bubble soon pop. Your bubble soon pop. You can't play that game all the time. A lot of your people who say you're the Christians, wait when your children are sick and you need medicine for them. And they're dying right beside you. And you ain't going to have no more faith in God because guess what? Your daughter dying right there. Your son dying right there. And you're gonna say, yeah, I'm his mother. I'm his father. I gotta do anything I gotta do. You're gonna go sell your soul for that medicine. You're gonna sell your soul, and in reality, my Lord is the one who gave all life. So that life you're fighting to save, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it. So all your so-called antichrist that say you're Christians, y'all know yourself. Y'all know what y'all do in the church. Y'all know when the people donate their clothes, y'all selling it in the back. And the shoes. Y'all know y'all over there ironing. Y'all know when the people who donate the foods and the juices and all that stuff to give the poor people, y'all have your friends. Y'all come with the car. Y'all put your vans. Y'all load up the back of the vans with all the good stuff, the good onions, the good milk, the good whatever they're giving the poor people for the people, you know. Y'all over there taking it in the back, and y'all go open your stores and y'all selling it. Y'all open your little corner stores and y'all selling the same thing that was donated to give to the poor. Y'all that's in the churches. Have your friends. I see y'all. I don't go online and collect food. I don't do that. I don't have nothing wrong about it. I don't have a pride for that. I believe I will work hard, work to gain what I gotta get. And hey, if I'm walking by a church and they have good stuff and they give it to me, I will take it. Because, hey, it's food. But I'm simply saying, there are people who goes to the church, who are sisters and brothers of the church, who gets these things free. And they play the game. When time to shell out for the people, they make a long line. They got their friends. They take their friends' bag. They load up the friends' bag. Some of them got vans and vans. They load it up. They go and they make money. They send what they got to send away. And they're the ones that are talking about Jesus. Okay, and then when they look at me, they watch me. I'm this is the evil one with the red beard. A lady saw me what they. She said she got frightened. Some of our people, you could see how. If you believe in a higher power, my Lord says unto me, I'll be your guide. I'll be your guide. There is never a thing that happened to me in my life, and before it happened to me that I didn't know. The Lord always gave me a view. It was because of my negligence, and it was because of my stupidity, and it's because of my hard head. It caused me to get up into what I get up. But I always get a vision of it. I always see it before it happens. I always see it. Because my Lord says, of course, I am your God. I will protect you. I will allow you to know when your enemies is rising on you. But some of us, we know our enemies and we still accept them. We allow them to come around us. We allow them to, in other words, we're trying to see if we could heal them. My Lord says, thou shalt not cast pearls into swine. There are certain people, no matter what you tell them, they'll always be who they are. And they will never change. And if you hang around them, they'll turn around and kill you. They will kill you. There's many ways to kill you. There's ways where they make you transform looking like them, acting like them. That's a form of death because now you have no conscience. You can't speak to yourself anymore. You have no ability. No ability of controlling stuff. And they end up controlling you. Sometimes you infatuate, want to be like them, want to look like them, want to talk like them, want to walk like them. And there's nothing good going for them. It's just pure evil, and this is your role model. This is who's your role model, because you could see it's the antichrist in them. So be mindful, people. I accept, okay, Emmanuel. But the things that you're saying, Emmanuel never said that. Because I said to you, as a little boy, he left his mother and father and went amongst the elders, amongst Nicodemus. And Nicodemus was a wise man. And he was talking and talking about the kingdom of the Most High. And this little 12-year-old said, for you to enter the kingdom, you shall be born again. And he couldn't what you mean to be born again. So Nicodemus, which was the wise man, was the high priest, wise man, asking the 12-year-old, so what are you saying? Are you telling me, should a man go back into his mother's womb a second time? And that was a wise man. That was a man who preaches in the city. That was a man that men came and sit around to listen to him because he was so wise. In other words, if any of the Caesars or any of the kings during that time had a problem or issue, they would call people like Nicodemus because he was so wise, but yet still a 12-year-old. Talk about to reborn. And he couldn't understand how can a man would be reborn again. So he didn't know that a man could be reborn again. When a man starts tapping into his spiritual self, when a man starts looking deep within himself, when a man renounces all the negative things that he plugs into, you redeem yourself. Okay? So, Nicodemus, as a wise man, talking in the house of the city with elders and other wise men, here comes a 12-year-old having a conversation with him that he himself as a wise man could not even get the answer. How can a man be born again? And he said, he couldn't understand it. He says, but wait, should a man enter his mother's womb a second time? He just couldn't understand that a man could be born again by baptism. By knowing yourself, by deplugging yourself from all negativity. By replugging yourself on a positive line, and a lifeline of positivity. By looking within you and starting to pick out the root that create the slowness with the flow. So when you're telling me, and this is the same thing that Christ or Yeshua was saying when they was trying to stone that woman to death. And he knew all those that had a stone in their hand had sinned. So he said this, I see, let he that has no sin cast the first stone. Because all these people were sinners. We all are sinners. And Christ knew it. Christ knew it. This is why I say about good over evil. Because good always overpower evil. Evil reign. But you got to realize, and you're going to laugh, and you're going to think I'm crazy. But evil is also employed by God. And you're going to be like, what, Red? God? Yes. Evil is employed by God for God's purpose. And you're going to find out why tonight. Remember, my Lord always asks people that's evil to change. And if they don't change, what's going to happen to them, right? Remember, there are warnings within the time of changing. It goes where you start getting warning. You break your leg the first time. Slow you down. You're moving too fast. Slow you down. You come with the wound. You don't get anything out of it. The leg healed. You gone again. Broke your arm. Crap. Yo, last year you broke your foot. This year you broke your hand. How we got though? I don't know, man. I just bad luck, my bad luck. You still didn't get it. Next time you end up in an accident, you're dead. See, I keep saying the negative is there with the positive. It works together. Your job, being in the flesh, in the physical flesh, is to override the negative with the positive. It's for a reason. Because in this world that we're living in, this is why the Most High will destroy this. And when I say destroy it, the world will never destroy. It's the people in it and the things that's in it. This world will never be destroyed. Never. I don't care what scientists come tell me. If this world was destroyed, they said the Big Bang, dinosaurs, it's still here. Why we come here? Why we here? Nobody will understand what happened. It's a type of Houdini thing going on here. Take a good look. You're looking for a dragon, right? There are dragons here every day. There are dragons every day. They're here. Dinosaurs are still here. They just transform. Look at the little creatures. I was looking at, I think it was a lizard, and he had some spikes on his back. And I'm looking at this little lizard. It looked like a Tyrannosaurus, man. He got a long little hoof, two other little hoof here, and he got a bunch of little knots on his back. And I sat there looking at this thing, and I said, hey, you know what just happened here? The creatures that was humongous shrunk. Because it's God of God. Nothing ain't dead. None, what they call it, like extinct. They like to say that. Oh, that died. They said the dodo bird done. Yeah. The dodo bird, you cannot extend nothing from God. You just take it away from you and put it somewhere you can't find it. That being there right in front of you, you can't find it, but it's there. It's the same thing they said about giant seals. I'll tell you the name. But this stuff will look like octopus. It's not octopus. Squid. It's the same thing. When I was a little boy, I think a storybook about a giant squid. And I said, oh, there's no such thing. These people making stuff. Yeah, man, this giant squid, man. Because recently, scientists just, not scientists, it washed up on shore. Tentacles as long as a school bus or a city bus. Tentacles. Now, people used to doubt because they never seen it. And they doubt. Oh, that's Hollywood, man. Man, back in the 50s, back in the 40s and 50s when Hollywood making these shows with big squid and tentacles sinking to, oh yeah, it's just a movie, man. It's not like that. But now it wash up on shore. You all believe now? We have a fish that cutting a whale, a octopus, in half. Boom. I say the whale is the biggest thing. Nothing can cut a whale in half. Oh yeah? There is a fish I already called Durangaran or some old. Huh? Check it out for me, please, and tell me the name. It only hunt whales. It hunt octopus. Okay? And it goes places that this fish I'm talking about, the last time when I was watching a documentary on it, that fish could go places where divers can't go. Huh? You see all type of stuff growing on the scale like hard. All of a sudden, they start surfacing. I watch this other stuff. There's a fish. It's called, we eat you fast. What's that fish name? That little fish. Huh? Piranha. Okay? When I believe now, I'm in my 50s, I always say about piranha, but you know about piranha. Recently again, I was watching a documentary in the Hamites, the Egyptians, in their times, the Hamites. They had a fish that was, if you see teeth, that make piranha look stupid. Look, now recently I watching, they said the fish surfaced. When they thought the fish was extinct, it goes around hunting piranhas. It eat piranha. And when you think piranha bad, piranha have a guy better than him. And I've watched it. I see a little fish that look like it's a human being. Well, that one they make in a lab because it look like a person. Head and all, and a round face like a moon face with eyelash. That fish is a new breed fish. Man make that fish. Man trying to get freaky. So Megalodon. That's the name of the fish. That's the name of what cut the orcas in two and the whales. Megalodon. It all great white not great enough to be white when Megalodon is around. And that is a fish that's been around a very, been there beating dinosaurs, all kind of stuff. And they say all these things are done. But my Lord said there is nothing new under the sun, moon, and stars. So all these things got to come. So now we got Megalodon, we got squid with tentacles, long like a city bus. Okay, and more is coming. We are seeing things every day, things that, what is that? Oh, some people saying scientists make it. A lot of things. This is why my Lord says, I have hid things within the earth, and I have hidden it away from men. But I said unto thee, that day in thy last days, thy eyes will forsake thee, for all these things shall be what? Free. You're going to see them. You don't see nothing yet. Okay, people? You don't see nothing yet. So your people that are believers, that believe in your shower, be a good believer. Don't be a confused believer. Okay? Don't be a confused believer, because this is why this 12-year-old was going and talked to his elders that thought they knew everything. That thought they knew everything and they didn't. And he went and he pressed them, he checked them out to see they believe in what they was talking about. And some of you all sound like that, these same elders. You'll still believe in a white Jesus, and you're going to say, oh, God is not racist. And you're going to say, it's because probably I am black that I am saying that. But that has nothing to do with me. You'll look into the Bible or other books that brings the truth, and you'll turn your faces. Okay? You're going, you'll create all type of stuff that doesn't have nothing to do with my creator. You'll go in the forest, you'll cut a tree, you'll bring it in your house, you'll deck it with silvers and gold, you'll put a little star on it, and you'll put all that stuff in it, you'll send all that energy in it, and then you'll lie to the children that Santa Claus is coming down the chimney. Oh yeah, all the things that y'all know you're liars and y'all know that you're untrue. You'll make the children on Easter Sunday dress as a rabbit and try to make them children believe that rabbit lay eggs. That's a lie. And you'll do this year after year with your best outfits and your baskets and your eggs and your big size 6-foot rabbit. If I see a 6-foot rabbit anywhere around my house, man, it's going to be problems. So stop lying to the people. And this is why a lot of us is into that limbo. Because we still have stupid people going around, still preaching the same stupid stuff that don't make no sense to us. And we accepted it. You know every year how much poor people's house burn down under that Christmas stuff? Trying to buy lights to burn all night in your house. Your tree don't get dry and hey, you're starting a fire while you're sleeping. That's your last Christmas. Christmas, every day is Christmas. Who invented Christmas? Did Christ really? Show me. Let somebody prove. Let my Lord say, prove all things through scripture. Anybody could come and show me where Christ born December 25th. Come and show me that. Come. Any one of you, great pastors or bishop or whatever you call yourself, come show me where Christ born December 25th. You think it's not the birth of Nimrod? That's why you love that tree. That's why you love the mistletoe. What mistletoe? You want a missile in your toe about mistletoe. You're a tricky. You're a liars. You don't know who I'm not. The people that try to bring these things onto people. So you'll come with confession. You'll tell your young sons to go confess to man. It was not God. It's a sinner like you. He farts just like you. He defecates just like you. He pee-pees just like you. He spits just like you. His stomach hurts him sometimes. He gets diarrhea. Yeah, you will preach to him. And your Lord telling you, don't confess your sins to no man. And it's there in that same Bible that you read. All of us. But you'll do that. You'll do that. Y'all don't think nothing wrong with that. Y'all don't think nothing wrong with that. It says, let the woman be covered. A lot of your women go to churches. Your head is not covered. I see y'all uncovered. Your breast is all bust. Y'all have two little buttons that show. Oh, why is it that y'all have to go to church to go in the front row to? Y'all are there to distract the pastor, right? Y'all go over there because you know there's a lot of money in church. That the pastor with the Benz, with the Lexus, the big house, $5,000 suit, y'all seen all of that. So y'all ready to take off your clothes. You want to get healing. You want the pastor to heal you. And y'all see it all the time. Stop tricking people. You got a church here, a church here, a church here, a church here. You'll never hear this one tell this one, well, brother, I believe in God and you believe in God. Let's take it to the street. Let's pray. No. This one, I believe with this one. So, how much gods you're praying? There is one God. There's a bunch of devils you're praying to. This is why y'all cannot get along. This is why because you're going to preach about God. God is not something people pick. No, it's a natural thing. It's there. But if you have your own personal God in your own way, of course it's got to be your way. It ain't going to go with his way. Maybe your God walk on water and his God only dancing in fire. Oh my God. You'll have problems. So when you'll come with them phony gods, saying this and saying that, pretending to be what you're not real, man. How much of y'all will not sleep in your house for a day? Just walk. Make it be a mission. Just say tonight, I ain't sleeping for the day, I ain't sleeping for tonight. I'm going out and I'm just going to do all what I can do. I'm on a mission. A 24-hour mission. Doing good. Feeding the poor. I'm going to walk everywhere and see where I see a person that's hungry. Buy them something to eat. Y'all ain't doing that. That's what Christ did. He went and healed the sick. He went wherever they was, he find them. He find them. And those they didn't find, they called him to go to them. These days I'm looking in some part of West Africa and all these African countries. I see pastors is getting up and they're healing people, putting their hands on people. Well, I don't doubt, but at the same time, be mindful because this is what's going to be happening. I tell your people, a time is coming. This antichrist, he's going to heal cancer. In fact, he's gonna hypnotize you to believe he's healing cancer. Because my Lord is the only healer. Okay? Because Lucifer cannot even give life, he could only take life. So I don't see why all of your guys and all of your people that pretending to work so hard for this demon, knowing this demon ain't got no power, his power is limited. Satan power is limited. For only a short time. So you want him? Go get him. Go. So y'all go get all what y'all want. Y'all go get your free food, your mark on your fingers. Y'all could just come to the store and wave and the glass will open for y'all. Y'all could just go over there and just show your eyes and the food pops up for y'all. Okay, yeah. Might be one of those that be eating the grace, the manna that will fall from the sky again. I will be one of these eating. Okay, as some of us will be eating leaves. We rather eat leaves and eat manna in that day than some of you that's gonna be eating what you want to eat and figure that you're living in paradise and don't know what's to come. Said my Lord, say his cloak shall be dipped into blood. You know, like Superman have this big cloak over there, this big red stuff he flies with. Your shower gonna have one of these. And when you look at it, you see Superman flying all around the place with one, right? It's big and red, right? And you have a blue. Yeah, you see that? But Most High God is the real Superman. You're going to see Superman. His cloak going to be deep into blood. The moon, you ain't going to be able to see the moon. The moon will turn into red. There's so much blood will be in this earth that the moon will turn into red. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Y'all go ahead and do your stuff. Trick the people, lie to the people, tell all the people things about what Yeshua never said and what the Virgin Mary or the Mother of God never said. Y'all go ahead, trick the people, make your business in the church, put diners in the church, put strippers in the church, call, all kind of stuff going on in the church. Y'all baking in the church, y'all doing everything in the church. Y'all want to do these things, there's a church. You could do this another place. Get another building. Conduct the business over there. Okay, not in the church. Not in the church. And that's what I see y'all doing. Y'all doing everything in the church. The church, I said, becomes a whorehouse. And it's the truth. And this is why the Lord says, not one brick shall be upon another. He's going to burn them down. Brimstones and fire. For all of these churches going to be burned. And when I say all again, like I said, the most I have is churches out here too. But I said to you, my Lord, already tell you what is the church. Your body is the temple of the Most High. So you could stay in your pillar and your brick and go ahead and lie. See how much money you're going to count. You have this big book that you count. See how much money you made this year for the first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter. How much people you trick. How much money you receive. You're already telling the girl that you have the latest Benz coming for her. 2021 Benz coming. Yeah, because you see the money. You lie to the people. Every time you turn around, you see an offering plate coming in your face. And they try to predict to you what you got in your pocket. Mm-hmm. So let's keep it real. So let's move on, people. That's what? How long are they talking? About an hour? 2 hours? Oh, people, wow. I don't mean to take it so long, but it's just certain thing that I know I wanted to talk about. So let me do a fast little talk about tapping and enlightening yourself, right? People, we're going to do that. I did 2 hours. I end up talking about a subject. The only reason I talk about the subject so much because I have this person telling me, I know about Jesus or Yeshua. I know about the Lamb. I have not taken anything from the Lamb. I glorify the Lamb. But my Creator, okay, I'm not going to stop glorifying my Creator. Okay? My Creator is all merciful, all masters. David is here. I love David, but I don't worship David. I don't pray to David, but David is a person that did things of the Most High. Moses, yeah, I love him, but I don't pray to Moses. Um, it's a lot of people. Ezekiel, Zechariah, all of them, they're there. All of us, we're there. We just gotta do the things God asks for us and not for people to praise us. I said, Christ, your shower is the arch for the door, and whoever he let in. Remember, I was telling the stuff about Peter. The same thing about Christ, they said with Peter. They said Peter has the key, and whoever, and if we really check it out, who Peter becomes the Pope. The Pope was who has the key? Vatican. You know that? You know that? You know that? Vatican has the key. The Pope. So how the key moved from the hands of Christ into the hands of Peter. And now Peter's supposed to be the one, but Peter gets ordained for the church because Peter is supposed to represent the church. But that changed because Christ now tells us our body. And it's not to say change because there's nothing new under the sun, moon, and star. So nothing didn't change. It was always your body was a temple of the Most High because it's the creation of God. God creates it. It's not you. Not even your father and your mother creates your body because everything's already ordained. The blueprint and everything is already set up. So the day your mother meet your father and they come together, these was already ordained because you're already created in a spiritual realm. It's just waiting for money to manifest in the physical realm. So all things already manifest. So people, I'm 2 hours talking. I even know I went that far because I had to say this again. There is a creator. There is a king or a lamb. I believe in the high power, and I believe he has the Most High has a lot of people that he has touched and he has awakened to defend him and to bring out his word. And Yeshua was one of the one of the most powerful ones, brothers. Okay, but God is beyond our state of mind, and He created us for us to serve Him and to serve the Most High. We all say the same thing for us to serve Him, but how we will start serving the Most High when the earth is our job, when the things in the earth, the birds, the creatures, and thereof, is the things that's in the earth. That's what we employ. Instead of we help these things, we more eat these things. Instead of we try to over the fullness of these things, we eradicating these things, we genociding these things. We have all such a days that we do all different type of hunting. Like I said, everything has becomes like an excess right now. People always fish, but now it looks like people trying to wipe out the ocean. So we have about thousands of boats goes out, casting nets, and when they keep doing that, man, they're just taking out all life from the ocean, trying to make life hard. So sooner or later, when they done catch all the fish, that's where the starving gonna come, because that's man catching fish that he don't even need. It's a whole bunch of fish just to kill and to destroy and to eradicate. And if you notice, everything's changing. Sea doves, when I was a young boy, they stay at the sea. They ate fish. They ate fish. Okay? Them birds are getting so nasty now. They eating dog poop. They eating McDonald's. They eating White Castles. They eating Burger King. They eating Popeyes. They eating jerk chicken. So one day I walk and I see a bird with a half a chicken, man. And he pecking it, and you know the half a chicken still had the wing on it. And I know that bird had to identify this bird is a bird because he look at it, it had the wing and all that. And he was just dropping big peck, and he says to eat fish. That bird don't even want to eat. That bird done turn his diet around. So you see, even the bird turns his diet around, move away. Even the antichrist catch the bird too, because God created the bird to eat what it's supposed to eat, and it does not want to eat that. That's healthy for it. It don't want that. Now it has been enlightened by the antichrist media and now it wants to come and eat the food of the antichrist. So it's eating garbage, dog poop, Burger Kings, donuts, White Castles. And these are the food that these birds want to eat. That's why you see them. You see them here. There's no sea here. There's only dry land. These are not birds to be on dry land. These are birds to fly over the sea. Why are they flying in our area? The pigeons can't even get no room. Why I look out my window? Because I feed pigeons. We feed the birds. We throw food out the window. We feed the birds. I look out the window. I see over 10, 10 or 15 sea ducks right here, and there's no water right there. And then they're trying to peck the pigeons, and now I throw rice, and they got a big beak, and pigeon has a small beak, so you just and they're getting mad because the same feeling. Even the five devils of Simone, envy and hate, is hitting that bird, okay? Because now he's trying to peck that pigeon, and the pigeon eating the rice and going ooh ooh and eating the rice. He cannot get to peck the ground because he got a big beak. Okay, so now he's getting mad. So even with animals, we have that problem. Okay, people. So people, all praise to the Most. I appreciate you guys. My battery about to run out, and wow. So I hope you're like. I didn't get to really get into what I really wanted to say to talk about actually, but I noticed that people always, and like I said, I'm a believer. I believe in your shower. I believe in the Lamb. I believe in the Most High, and I believe in all the prophets, in all of them, not just Moses and them and all whoever, and all of them. So I'm not gonna pick and choose when God sent all of them to do the same thing. Okay? So peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for staying with I. Look forward for me next Sunday, and then Tuesday I have a live. The live comes in 5 o'clock on Tuesday, and it's gonna be the juicing and more stuff in the kitchen. Don't miss that one because I'm gonna have the pineapple with the Irish moss. So I have the juicer. I'm gonna juice the Irish, and then I'm gonna juice the pineapple, and then after that I'm gonna blend the juicer, the Irish, and I'm gonna combine the pineapple, natural pineapple, with the sea moss, and maybe we might create something else within that. That is the surprise. So if you want to see the surprise, Tuesday, 5 o'clock, stay tuned. All praise unto the Most High, peace and blessings, and people. If I said anything that is not of the Most High, but of myself and of my wrong intention, may the Most High deal with me accordingly. And people, if I said what I said, and it was by and the ability of the Most High, and by the grace of the Most High, and the power of the Most High, that I had the ability and the strength and the guidance and the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding to come forth and to say these things willingly with He that is greater within me. There's all praises unto the people, and all praises and high praises unto the kings of kings. Peace and blessings, all praises unto the Most High. Sila, until next Sunday. One love. Peace. I'm about to end it.